For well over a year, the serial killer codenamed the Doodler had the party scene of San Francisco trembling with fear. Between January 1974 and September 1975, the Doodler accumulated 6 confirmed victims and potentially 8 more. He would approach young men at bars and nightclubs, create a sketch of them, and use it to lure them to a more isolated location, where he would beat and stab them to death. 3 of his victims survived, however, none of them came forward due to various forms of fear.
All right, so the Doodler, he was a very smart killer in that he dumped his victims in very nature-like areas, such as parks that would look like this, or even very popular beaches in the San Francisco area.
The witness has chosen to remain anonymous for their own safety. Alright, so today we'll be interviewing one of the few surviving victims who just happened to come forward and share with us. So thank you for coming here. I know it must be hard. So how is it that you survived the encounter? How did you fend him off exactly?
Well, luckily we were in a crowded place and I managed to scream for help and some random bystanders just happened to pull him off of me.
Thank you for providing that insight on this sensitive topic. With the fact that he could still be out there, what do you have to say about that?
And the fact of him still being out there is just terrifying to me. But I would really like to tell everyone else that could possibly be a victim of him to travel in groups, stay safe, be careful at clubs, be careful at bars, because you really can't trust anyone.
So we've heard that you're not proceeding with criminal charges or prosecution. May I ask why that is?
Actually, the same reasons I'm choosing to stay anonymous on this discussion today. Out of fear of being outed in the LGBTQ plus community. People just don't realize how much family, friends, employers, and the police, how much they look at that and it just affects their decisions. And I just would really not like to have that stress on me already. So, we brought you in here for some questions. I just want to ask you, where were you July 7th, 1974?
Don't remember, it's too long ago.
It was 2 years ago.
Don't remember.
You don't have anything for us?
It's such a random day, so long ago. I couldn't tell you.
That's fair, you know? Alright, well how about this, Mr. Doodler?
I heard him. I heard him when the stuff was going on, but I don't know who he is. Just know his issues.
Issues? What kind of issues?
Killing people. I've heard of what he's done. Don't say I know who he actually is, though.
Alright, fair enough. Well, how about I tell you this? We have more than enough information to put you away for a very, very long time. And I'm willing to make you a deal. Because personally, I'm just trying to get this Doodler, let's just assume we don't know who it is, off the street. So if you just talk to me a little bit, we can figure this out. Maybe cut you a little deal.
I have no information on him. I would love to work out a deal, but I know.
Listen! Work with me, or you're going away until my grandchild dies.
What's the deal?
Give me, admit to it, or tell me anything you know. Maybe I'll sweet talk the judge, because now I'm getting mad.
Well, there's nothing to admit to. There's that. But I do know he likes to hang around clubs and bars, which you probably already know, but that's all I know. And all I know is
of course we know.
Exactly. All I know is what I've heard from the news. So I have nothing for you. You can believe all you want, but
We know it's you. You keep saying all this stuff about how it's not you, how maybe you just don't know who it is. But all of these witnesses, you so to speak, say that know where you are. None of them can account for you. July 7th, 1975.
maybe I was out of town.
But you said you were hanging out with them.
I did
In
not say
in your statement.
Actually, I said I didn't know where I was because it was so long ago.
But that's the thing. The statement you gave, you told me you were with friends.
Maybe I was on a trip with them. I don't know.
I feel like you'd remember a trip with your friends.
I do
feel like
remember
that'd be
trips.
memorable.
I do
I feel like
remember
you would remember when that was.
I do remember trips. I just don't remember the exact day.
About sick and tired of things. You've been in here for way too long. Are you, or are you not?
That's all the questions you have for me. I would like to leave and speak to my lawyer.
Answer the question.
Speak to my lawyer. I would like to leave.
Hey, I'm Evan, and I'll be your narrator today. And here with me right now is the forensic artist in charge of the Doodler case.
I'm Owen. Pleasure to be here.
Glad to be here. All right. So Owen, what made it so hard to create the first sketch of the Doodler?
Well, Evan, without any of our surviving witnesses willing to testify, the sketching process and creating a criminal profile has become especially difficult for this case.
So Owen, our sources tell us that someone came out anonymously to give information about the Doodler. What sort of information did they give?
Well, based off of our anonymous interview, we were able to conclude that the suspect is most likely a 6-foot-tall African-American male, slender build, between the ages of 19 to 25. He's likely a member of the LGBT community and frequents nightclubs and bars.
Thank you for all your information, Owen. It'll be proven valuable.
You have a good day.
So with me today, I have the lead investigator on the Doodler case to interview. Thank you for meeting with me.
Of course.
So what's been your primary issue in bringing the Doodler to justice?
The witnesses, they won't come forward because I think they're afraid of coming out as in the LGBTQ community. They're worried about the backlash they'll get from that instead of what this guy will do to them.
So as of now, would you say you have a primary suspect in the case?
I would. We just finished interrogating him actually, but like I said, without the witnesses willing to cooperate, we were not able to press charges.
All right, so we're now arriving on the scene with Police Chief Chase here. We're investigating the next murder that we believe is linked to the Doodler.
Yep. So as we can see, Some of the evidence has already been tagged, so someone else has already been out here, but we're just here to take a closer look at all the evidence. Let's go examine this body real quick. So we're gonna assume early 20s, male. Like the other victims, he probably got some alcohol in his blood because they were usually brought home from the bar or club.
If you look closely, you'll notice about 30 stab wounds in the chest area.
Could be more on the back, but we don't want to move him yet. Other than that, I mean, this looks like him dumped in a wooded area, beaten / stabbed. He's got some bruising on his torso, arms, and head.
We'll know more once we send him out to autopsy.
Obviously, we know it's the Doodler from this photo drawn right here. He must have just left it here for a little bit of a keepsake. And then this is actually pretty monumental. This could be the Doodler's footprint, so we should probably get a mold of this soon.